Your website might look amazing on the desktop, but if it doesn't look good on mobile, you're losing 70% of your traffic. These are the top 3 mobile mistakes I fix on almost every single client's website. Once you get into your website and you go onto the page that you want to edit, most builders have the option to view it on portrait mode. Then you can see what it looks like on the phone. Now, I still recommend double checking it on your actual phone after you publish it or save it as a draft and then view it that way, just because this is not always accurate. But this is a good place to start. So the first common mistake I typically see is text not matching up like it does on the desktop. This heading right here looks a lot smaller in this font size on the mobile version. So we can go to this, and when you go onto the styling and typography, it already has the option to change the font only on mobile. So if we change this to be a little bit bigger, beautiful, and then it doesn't change what it looks like on desktop. See, same size here, same size here. Let's do it on this one as well. Go to style, typography. Luckily I already has it on the mobile. Let's just make it, that looks good. This 5% is looking extremely large and in your face, which is what we want, but let's maybe take it down a little bit more so it looks a little bit more natural. Beautiful. And this is looking a little bit large as well. Super nice because you can edit this stuff without worrying about it affecting the desktop version of it. Yeah, let's make it around the same size. Beautiful. And on the desktop, looks exactly the same. We can actually see now it's on desktop mode when we switch it over to desktop. Super nice. Awesome. All right, the next common mistake I typically see is that the padding and margins doesn't line up correctly. When we see it on the desktop version, it looks like the padding looks pretty normal and natural, but as soon as we go on to the mobile version, it does not. So once again, if we can go to this specifically on when we're in the portrait view, mobile portrait, beautiful. Now let's go to the margins and padding. The padding is 100. Wow, that's a lot. So maybe let's take it down to 20. It looks a lot more natural, a lot nicer. Beautiful. We even have a lot on the top. We can take that off. So even though it looks good on desktop with a lot on the top, on mobile, it just doesn't look the same. My third point is images not translating properly. We can see on this one that the desktop image, it shows super nice horizontally because the image itself is a horizontal image, and our elements are stacked like this. Well, when we go to mobile, the elements stack on top of each other, so that means the section is longer. So we need more of a vertical image. So there's 2 ways to do this. The current way is when we go to mobile, we can add in a different photo. That might work. That one still seems to stretch a little bit, so we can try a different image that might work a little bit better. The second option is make the display size cover so that it covers the entire section instead of duplicating over and over and over. And that's also why we need to make sure that it says no repeat. So now the image fills up the entire section. It doesn't repeat anymore. And if you wanted, you can go attachment scroll so that the image stays in place. But this typically doesn't do great on mobile. It looks like the padding is also kind of off in this section, so let's fix that really quick. This can also make it feel like it's not so stretched. So click on the entire section, advanced 50 padding. Ooh, maybe 15. Yeah, 15 looks a little bit nice. I'm gonna fix that header there because that's not looking great. Beautiful. And then it looks like this has some padding as well. Oh, 25. Let's go down to 10 maybe. Ooh, this one can go up to 20. Yes, that looks beautiful. And the image is not stretched as much. So that looks so much nicer. That looks great. And let's double check that it looks good on desktop. Yep, the image didn't change. It just changed on mobile like we wanted it to. And the headings look good, the padding looks good. So this is super nice because you can change all of the mobile settings in the mobile view. And then last thing I would just recommend is double check the section on your phone after you publish it, just to make sure that it translates well onto the phone. I'm going to do some final touches and then I'll show you what it looks like. Here's the before And here's the after. Comment mobile and I'll send you my mobile friendly checklist.